Welcome back to the channel. This is Waga. We'll continue building our app. As always, like, share and subscribe. Like, share the video and subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any in the comment section. And you can also start the repo on GitHub. We're going to continue building our search page, or rather the page that contains search. It doesn't have the word search page in it. Yeah, basically that's what we're going to do. This video is part of a longer video that I split into, so we will just pick up from where we left off. So not there's a user, we could say that if the users we could look at something about because coming here we always look at the user's location. The user location, those are the people that you're going to select, right? So if we ever look and find that the user location is null, that means that there is no user, right? There is no user for you to select, and we could use that to write an if statement that returns the text no one here, or whatever you want. You could say no one here, you could say something else. So for that you could say if the user location is ever equal to null, just return the text, and the text in question is going to be, you could include whatever text you want. I'm going to say no one here, right? And the style of this text is going to be, go crazy on the style, of course. To be honest, style is not my strongest suit. And we could say font size is going to be 16.0, like so. Font weight is going to be font weight dot bold, font weight dot bold, like so. The color is going to be colors dot black. Yeah, I could even make it 20. Why is 16? 16 is small. I normally use 16 because when I was reading about textile the first time, the example in the article I was reading, it was online, used 16. So 16 has always been my go-to. But yeah, you could make it bigger, make it bolder, and we could come here at the end of this and let me just consult my notes. And we could say here else return. We're going to return now the profile widget. Else return. I was just confirming that profile widget, and I think with that we import it. And the profile widget, we could just this one is, we're putting this here because it's when it's loading the current user, right? This is when it's time to load the user, and if it ever gets the time to load the user and it checks that the user location is null, that means you have gone through everyone. You've either selected or passed up on everyone, right? And to make this many ugly lines go away, we could come here and say else return container, like so, and our lines disappear. They were a bit annoying. And so let's continue building our profile widget. I think our profile widget takes a couple of things. It takes in the padding, and the padding is going to be size dot height, and we're going to multiply this by 0.035, like so. And then it's going to take the photo height. The photo height, it's going to be size dot height, and we're going to multiply it by 0.824, like so. We don't want it to cover the whole thing. And the photo, wait, come down here, put a comma. Let's put a comma. It can help us. Photo Photo is going to be this is just the user dot photo. It's going to be the user photo, and the clip radius is going to be size dot height, and we're going to multiply it by 0.02, like so. The container height is going to be size dot height, and we multiply it by 0.3. And what's the next one? The container width is going to be size dot width, and we multiply it height. I think clip radius, okay, width is 0.9. okay, I thought I had made a mistake with those lines. And its child is going to be return a padding, and in it we could have padding, and this is going to be edge inserts symmetric. We want it all edge inserts symmetric, and we could say either horizontal or vertical. We could say size dot height, and we could multiply this by 0.02, I believe, like so. And the child of this is going to be a column, and the column is going to be aligned cross-axis alignment. I think I've mentioned this before, but you should know it. If you're here, I think you're fairly comfortable with UI, right? The children is going to be we could have a sized box. The height is going to be size dot height, and we multiply this by 0.07, like so. And after that we come to we create a row, and the row is going to have a children, and the widget here is going to be we're going to have the user gender, essentially. Okay, user gender, and we're going to pass in the user gender, like so, comma, the widgets folder, and we would create this widget. Wait, cancel. Why is it saying optimize imports? Cancel. New dart file. Where is it? Dart file, and we can call it user gender, like so, right? And we are going to import. We'll import it as it comes. When you say widget, it will come. So you can say user gender. It's going to take in the gender, and it's going to have a switch. If it's switch, it's going to take in the gender, like so. And in the case we have the male. The male, we're going to return. The icon is going to come from, I'm sure you can guess where, font awesome icons, and font awesome icons dot men are from Mars, women are from Venus, right? The color is going to be colors dot white, like so. We're going to put that, and then of course this is a switch, so you could say brick, and like so. And then after that we're going to have a female, so let's copy this don't have to retype everything again. You could just say, in case it is female capital F, it's going to be Venus, women are from Venus, and yeah, and we could hit break. After that we have the third one, colors. Why is it complaining about colors? We could get Flutter material that let's get rid of Cupertino. Yes, okay. And after that we have a third and final case is transgender. We could say transgender, like so, and this is going to be icon font awesome icons dot transgender, like so, and we're going to break. And the default, this is remember this is a switch case, always have to be default. We could return null, like so, and just break, like so. So basically this is what we need, and we come back to our search.data. We come here and we import the widget, and I think this is supposed to be user.gender with a small g, like so. Why is it saying gender? How do you spell gender? Yeah, like so. So basically we have passed in the user gender, and after this we could just continue quickly and finish this out. We could say expanded, and expanded is going to have a child. The child is going to be a text widget, and the text widget is going to be, we can put a space, and then concatenate the space plus the user dot name, and then concatenate that with a comma and a space. And to calculate, and for after that we come down and we can concatenate it with date time dot now dot year, so minus user, we can get the user dot age dot to date dot, yeah, like so. And of course we have to convert it into a string. We can hit a comma, and the style is going to be text style, and that is going to be colors dot white. We're basically creating what you can see on colors dot white, and the font size is going to be size dot height, and we multiplied by 0.05, like so. We can hit save, come down here, and under the row, let's give this a comma so it can be better spaced out. And under the row, we could have another row, right? We could have another row, like so. And a row is going to have the children. Let me get rid of this, and the children are going to be icons. We can have icon, and the icon is going to be icons dot location. Send me location. If you know UFC, know about Habib the Magomedov, the lightweight. I believe he's the lightweight, right? Lightweight champion. And yeah, and during his fight with Conor McGregor, and the iconic statement said, "Send me location, send me location." Yeah, colors.white. Yeah, and after this, we could say we could calculate the distance. Let me just stop here so that I can reload the app and get log in at somebody else so you can see the image of what we're building. You know, now it looks very abstract. We're now on the location, and after that we're going to add as its row mate, we're going to have a text of the distance. We could have a text here, and the text is going to be if the difference is not equal to null, we use why isn't this going away, ternary operator, and we could say difference divided by 1,000 to turn it into kilometers, and then we convert it. We want whole numbers, and then we convert it to a string, and then we concatenate it with the words, the letters km away. If you want to use miles, I don't know how, if you would just do the metrics and find out what to do with miles. And yeah, and after that we could say away. That's the end of the ternary, like that. And yeah, and after that we give it a text style, and the text style is going to be color into colors dot white, like so. So yeah, and after that we come to the end of the row, and we give it a sized box. The sized box is going to have a height of we could say size dot height, and the height is going to be multiplied by 0.05, like so. And at the end of the sized height, we'll have a row with all these others. We could say row, and the row is going to have a main axis alignment. Let's give ourselves more real estate. Main axis alignment is going to be main axis alignment dot space around. We want space around them, and the children are going to be widgets, and the first one is going to be icon widget, which I believe, yeah, an icon widget. And we can come here, and yeah, we need to work on that icon widget. I thought we had built it. Let's go to our widgets, and yeah, we need to build our icon widget. I thought we had built it. I actually did think we had built it. Okay, let's do that. To our widgets, and we can come here, and we can create a new dart file. We can call it icon widget, and hit OK. And the icon widget is basically going to use no, we're not going to use the EVA icons here. We could just say widget, capitalize widget, and this is going to be icon widget, and this is going to have take an icon, an on tap, size, and the color, like so. And it's going just to return gesture detector. Remember, this is going to work for only 2 of them, right? So it's going to have on tap. We just pass in the on tap. We could say on tap, like so. The child is going to be an icon, and this one is going to take in the rest, I think. Icon. The size is going to be size. The color is going to be color. It's going to be color, like so. Okay, so basically that's the icon widget, and yeah, and we're going to continue from there. We go back to our search page. We bring in the icon widget. Why isn't it suggesting? Let's just do it again. We could say icon widget like so. Okay, this one takes an icon, an on tap, and the first one is going to be either icons dot, the lightning is flash, and lightning is flash. The on tap is of course going to be empty. We don't want anything here. It's just aesthetically pleasing. The size is going to be size dot height, and we multiply this by 0.04. The color is going to be colors dot yellow. Yeah, so that's the color, like so. And after that, the next one is going to be icon widget. We're going to get the icon widget, and this one is going to be icons dot clear. We can just use that, icons dot clear, for the X. And the on tap, of course, is going to be here. When you hit the blue button, you pass up on a guy or a check, I'm guessing, or a person. Let's put it like that, or just put it at person, so that we can include everyone. And to the search block, we add the event, and the event, of course, is the pass user event. And this one takes user ID, who you are, and who you're passing up on. So we could say widget, the current user is widget dot user ID, and after that the person you're passing on is user dot UID, like so. And yeah, we're going to put that there. Why is it complaining? Add. Okay. Positional arguments. So let's go to the pass user event in the search block. So let's go to search, and the event, we have the pass user event, right? And pass user event is not going to be, we should get rid of this, I think. Yeah, we add when we did that. So we go back to our search page. Let's go back to our search page. Okay, the size of this is going to be, I think they're going to be the same size, right? The size dot, we could just use the size, right? So I could say size dot height, and that's going to, we can multiply it by 0.08. The color is going to be colors dot blue, colors dot blue, like so, comma, the icon, and then after that we could have another icon widget, and the heart comes from font awesome icons dot solid heart, solid heart, like so. The on tap is going to call the select user event. The on tap is going to be this, and we put this, and inside here we're going to call the search block, and we're going to add the select user event, and this is going to take the various details of the user, and this is going to be name is going to be current user dot name, photo is going to be current user dot photo, current user dot photo. Let's give ourselves a bit more real estate. Let's put a comma here so that when we save current user, it helps us. It doesn't seem to want to help us. We could say current user ID equals, we pass in the widget, that we reach out to the widget dot user ID, and the selected user ID is going to be, we're getting it from the other party, user dot UID, like so. Can put another comma here. Why is this okay, yeah, this requires a semicolon, like so. And the size is going to be, we could multiply it by size, we could multiply it by 0.06. The color is going to be, we could just make the C capitalized, colors dot red, like so. And after that we are going to have, I think, the last one, and this one we could just, since it's an Eva icon, we could just go, where's the Eva icon? Here it is. We could just copy here and come here, copy, and we can paste it. We can say eva.icons.options2 .options2, like so, and the size dot height times 0.04, and the color is going to be, this is a white one, yeah, and else return container, which you already have. So basically that's the search page, and yeah, we have done the search page. Let's correct a few errors. First off, let's go to the user repository, a bit of cleanup, and where's the user repository? Let's go to the user repository. Now I noticed that if you come down here, that I used initially, this was a small u, it was written like this, it was photo URL rather than photo URL, right? This would affect us downloading a photo, right? So make sure that this is capitalized and all your photo URLs are, the U is capitalized. That's one thing we should do. Now after that, we go to the search page, search.data, and in the second icon, go to the second Eva icon, the first one, the second one, make sure that instead of size, it is size.height. I think it's this one that I made a mistake. Instead, I had written originally size rather than size.height, like so. So those two corrections are required first. One quick correction we need to make is when we're building out our app, right? We need to come to the block builder, because we're not connecting it to we're not telling it which, we're not connecting it to a block that is higher up, that is something like the parent or the grand parent widget. We need to come here under block builder and tell it that we are using the search block. So we come in the block builder and we tell it that we're using the search block. This is not necessary if you are connecting, if you're not doing this. If this is like in the login page, you don't need to do this because the block provider is an ancestor of the login form, right? So in the login form on the block builder, we don't have to do this. For example, if we come to the login form, where is it? Login form. We find that on the block builder, we do not have to do the same thing because you see the block builder, we don't need to tell it because we the block provider is in the login page. The login page has the block provider, so it provides it, and it's an ancestor. It's an ancestor widget because this one is under it in the widget tree. Remember, information flows downwards, and you can use this to check. Where is the login? Okay, can't find the login. But yeah, basically that. So you have to provide it in the case of the search. You have to include this search block like this to make sure everything works, right? Because we are not, the search block is not being put on an ancestor widget. That's what you're supposed to do. But first thing you should do is you should come to the tabs and you create the user ID here. And of course it's going to complain because you've not created a constructor for it. And we can come here and right click and wait for this bulb, and we create this, and we can get rid of the keys, and we can get rid of the, let's just get rid of this and put a semicolon here. I'm sure you're following thus far. And in search we're going to say user ID is going to be user ID like this, like so. And after that, what else do we need to do? We need to go to where the tabs is connected. Where is it normally connected? It's connected in the matches, right? So let me just consult my notes one quick second. And yeah, and after we pass the user ID, what we do is we go to wherever we've connected our tabs. And is it on the main or the home? I think it's the home, right? It's connected to the home. And here we're going to say user ID is going to be state.user ID, like so. And after that we should try it out, and if everything has gone correctly, this should work. We should get the words, since there's only one user, we should get the words no and here. And I'm guessing an error because it tried to fetch the latitude and couldn't get a person. So if we get that, we basically know we're in the clear. And let's wait for it to, do we wait or do we cut to where it's done loading? Let's just cut to where it's done loading. It has loaded and we get the word no and here, meaning that because we only have one user created. So let's create another user and check if we can match them. We restarted it. I created a new user. The previous user was a male looking for a female, and this one is a female looking for a male, right? So they're able to match, and you can see they appear on the search page. We can come to the matches. We've not built out that. We've not built out messages, but we come to the matches, and it loads the user. So basically, we have the basic user, and yeah. I think that works, and we have gotten to the end of the search page. I'll create more users so that you can test out the pass and the like and the heart button. And yeah, so basically this is it for the search page, and we will continue in the next video. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and yeah, like and subscribe, and start the repo on GitHub. And if you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments. Have a good day.